everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Cracks are Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha Das, and today I am up with day 22 of the TISSNET Crash Course series, in which I'll be discussing the GK and the current affairs related to the topic art and culture. But before that, let me tell you about the new patches coming up on Unacademy. Now, Unacademy has come up with a specialized patch for the MAT CET examination of 2022. This examination is a gateway for top MBA colleges like JBIMS, Simsri, Pumba, etc. And this course will be completely dedicated upon this examination, where you can have top educators teaching you things very much specific to this examination. So do check out the link in the description box to check out this particular course on Unacademy. And don't forget to use my code Priyasha10 while enrolling into it, because you would be getting an additional instant discount of 10% on this course. Similarly, they are also coming up with new courses starting from tomorrow, that is 23rd of February, for the ones who are planning for the CATs and the OMETs of 2022. So if you're planning for the CAT and the OMETs of 2022, you can go and check out the Sunrisers batch, which is starting on 23rd of February. And if you're planning just for the CAT 2022, then you can check out the Master Weekday batch. All are best tutors of the Unacademy and will be guiding you further for your best preparation. Check out the links in the description box, and don't forget to use my code Priyasha10 while enrolling into these courses, because you would be getting an additional instant discount of 10%. Now, let's get our video started. Hi guys, let's get started with day 22 of the TISSNET crash course, in which we'll be discussing the static GK and the current affairs of art and culture related questions. So, starting with the first question, let me tell you that art and culture can be divided into various forms. The various forms can be paintings, drawings, sculptures, okay, dance forms, singing, using of instruments, etc. So, keeping that in mind, I have tried to create few good distinctions and categories in this, so that you can search it more and you can get more questions out of it. So the first question, as you see, depends upon the category of folk dances. So there are three folk dances given in the question: Masu, Dangi and Jali. These are the folk dances of which state? So the answer to this question is option 3, that is Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh has these three popular folk dances. But folk dances of Uttarakhand is, you can just note it down, that we also call it as Pandav Nitya. This is very specific and new to Uttarakhand. Okay, Pandav Nitya is where they dance and show the entire Mahabharat. Okay, just like that, we have other dance forms like Bhotia, okay, Cholia, etc. These are some common Jhora, Mukhota dance. These are some common folk dances of Uttarakhand. Similarly, the folk dances of Punjab is very famous. We all know it's Gidda for the girls and Bhangra for the boys. Okay, it's not that it's just done by boys and girls, but then nowadays everyone is doing it. But as originally it was origin to be Gidda for girls and Bhangra for boys. Similarly, for Rajasthan, we have the famous song also from Padmavat, that's Ghumar. Okay, so Ghumar is a very famous folk dance of Rajasthan. Along with that, we also have the Kalbelia dance. Okay, Kalbelia dance is also famous. It can be YA. Okay, Kalbelia dance. Now, this is all about folk dances. So this category belong to the category of folk dance. Okay, now the next category we are moving into is the poem category. So here under the poem, we see the question is, what was the real name of the national poet Bal Kavi Bairagi? National poet Bal Kavi Bairagi को हम लोग actually राष्ट्रीय कवि बाल कवि बैरागी भी कहते हैं, and he is very famous. Okay, he is not only a poet but a politician also. And the actual name of this person is option 4, that is Nandaram Das. Okay, Nandaram Das is actually the real name of Balkavi Bairagi. He is an Indian politician also, serving like he died recently in 2018, but he was in the party of Congress, and he was born in Manasa, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and his poem, okay, there are some famous works of Nandaram Das, or you can also call him Balkavi Bairagi. The famous works of him were like many poems. One poem which was very famous was झड़ गए पात बिसर गई टहनी. Okay, so झड़ गए पात बिसर गई Tehni. Tehni is stem. Okay. So this is a very famous poem, and along with this, he also wrote lyrics for many Hindi films. Okay, some very famous Hindi films like Reshma, many famous names like Shera, Ankahi, etc. These all are the movies in which he wrote the lyrics for the songs. Now, this was for the poem or poet genre. Okay, now let's jump to the other genre, that is Jamini Roy. Now, Jamini Roy is a famous name in which of the following art forms? So the options are dancing, color photography, instrumental music, or painting, and the answer is painting, guys. He is a very famous Indian painter, okay, and was also honored with the Padma Bhushan in 1954. Okay, he is one of the very famous pupils of Abhinindra Tagore. Okay, Abhinindra Tagore is a famous name. You can Google him and find out what is the like best thing about him. Okay, Abhindranath Tagore. इनके बहुत famous pupil रह चुके हैं Jamini Roy. Okay, and he is known for his artistic originality and contribution to the emergence of art in India. But just to tell you specifically, if you just Google Jamini Roy, you will see the drawings of ladies and Durga Ma having a very specific type of eyes shaped like fish. Okay, so ये fish वाले design के जो eyes है ना, ये पूरा का पूरा concept Jamini Roy लेकर आए हैं. That's very famous. Okay, so you can just keep that in mind for understanding this. So this was one genre of questions from paintings. Okay, so I took one question from painting also. Now the next question is classical dance. Very, very important. Classical dance having its root in Tamil Nadu. So which of the following four options is a state dance of Tamil Nadu? It's Kathakali. Oh no. Then Kathakali is for Kerala, guys. So let's note down like this. Kathakali is the state dance of Kerala. Bharatnatyam is the state dance of Tamil Nadu. So the answer for this question will be option B, that is Tamil Nadu, Bharatnatyam. Okay, Bharatnatyam is the state dance of Tamil Nadu. Similarly, Kuchipudi is the state dance of Andhra Pradesh. These are very close and common, so you might get confused. So better remember it. Kathakali, Kerala, Bharatnatyam, Tamil Nadu, Kuchipudi, Andhra Pradesh. And Kathak is not belonging to South, so it is from Uttar Pradesh, North. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we learned four different state dances: Kathakali, Kerala, Bharatnatyam, Tamil Nadu, Kuchipudi, Andhra Pradesh, and Kathak, Uttar Pradesh. Now, question number 5. This is related to classical dance. This question was related to classical dance forte. Now we have another question. This another question is related to instruments. So here we see that which was the instrument that was played by Ustad Bismillah Khan. Okay, Ustad Bismillah Khan is very famous for playing Shehnai. Okay, so Shehnai is the major instrument of Ustad Bismillah Khan. And see, many people actually play sitar, santur, flute also, but there are very few people who are specifically known. And if I talk about sitar, then in India, Ravi Shankar is considered to be the best sitar player. So just keep a note of this, that if Ravi Shankar is associated in any question, then the answer will be sitar only. So Ravi Shankar is considered to be the best player of sitar. Similarly, for santur, the famous name which you should note is Shiv Kumar Sharma. Shiv Kumar Sharma and his son also plays very nice santur. So Shiv Kumar Sharma is a very famous name with respect to santur. And with respect to flute, we have Hari Prasad Chaurasya. We have heard his name before, I am pretty sure. Hari Prasad Chaurasya. So we learned the famous names with the famous instruments, and that comes up with the static GK part of the art and culture. Now we'll move to the questions which are related to the art and culture in the terms of current affairs. So the first question is Vesak, the day of the full moon in the month of May, is the sacred day of which religion? So the sacred day of which religion? Vesak. Now if you think about option elimination, you can get the answer faster here. Why? Because Sikhism has the like a very auspicious day on Guru Nanak Jayanti. Okay, so they celebrate their auspicious day on Guru Nanak Jayanti. That's the birthday of Guru Nanak, correct? Now, next thing, if I come to Jainism, then they will also celebrate birthday. So, birthday of Mahavir, that's Jainism's leader, right? So, Mahavir Jayanti will be the important day. I'm just writing J, okay, for Jainism. Now, for Islam, again, the important date is Eid, okay? Eid ul Adha. So that automatically means that Vesak will be the day for Buddhism. What happens in Vesak? It is known as Buddha Day and is celebrated as Buddha's birthday. And for some Buddhists, they also mark this day as the Enlightenment Day. So that's why this is related to Buddhism, Vesak. Okay, currently in news because recently in last year the celebrations of Vesak were too good. Okay, now, question number two. So this is special days or religion based question. Okay, I can call this as religion based question. Question number one. Now, question number two. Give it a thought, guys. Bathukama is a floral festival in which of the Indian states? So this is related to a festival, a state festival. Bathukama. The answer to this is Telangana. So what is Bathukama? It's a floral festival. So as per the name suggests, floral festival में हम लोग क्या करते होंगे? Floral festival में of course we would be celebrating flowers, right? And this is celebrated as per the Satavahana calendar for 9 days. Okay, this is celebrated for 9 days starting from Mahalaya up to Durga Ashtami. That is the Durga Puja time, and this is very special festival celebrated in Telangana and parts of Andhra Pradesh as well. So remember, Telangana and AP is specific to this Bathukama. Bathukama is a state festival. So this particular question belongs to the category of state festivals. Make sure you have a look over that as well. Now, question number three is Kashi Utsav is a 3-day program organized by which ministry? Now, Kashi Utsav is also a kind of state festival only, but the question here changes to the Ministry of India which takes care of these state festivals. So, here our focus or our attention is upon the ministry. Okay, so which earth sciences definitely will not take care of Kashi Utsav. Okay, now tourism, culture, and tribal affairs are very close to each other, but tourism does not takes care of any festivals. इट कैन आइदर बी ट्राइबल अफेयर्स और कल्चर बट काशी उत्सव है क्या ये अगर आप जान लोगे तो आप समझ जाओगे कि ये ट्राइबल अफेयर्स को मोटिवेट करने के लिए है या फिर नॉर्मल कल्चर को so it is celebrated centuries of like it is celebrated from centuries from very long time. Okay, and what do we do in that? We celebrate the works of Goswami Tulsidas, Sant Kabir, Ravidas, okay, एंड हरिश्चंद्र, उन सब के काम को हम लोग एक्चुअली में सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, साथ में पढ़ते हैं, याद करते हैं. ओके, सो दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स डजंट लीड्स टू ट्राइबल अफेयर्स, इट लीड्स टू द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कल्चर. All right, and this Kashi Utsav was hosted is always hosted by the Rudraksh International Corporation and Convention in Varanasi. Okay, and last year it took place from 16th of November to 18th of November. Okay, 2021 I'm talking about. All right, so this category is the ministry which takes care of these kind of festivals. So Ministry of Culture is the ministry. Okay, you can just Google a little more about Ministry of Culture also. Now, question number four. Question number four is a question related to the art forms of the particular state. So, Dhokra art form is a special art form of which state? So, let's see that. Dhokra art form is practiced in option A, that is Telangana. Telangana is my answer. Dhokra art form is specific to Telangana. Which art form is specific to Andhra Pradesh? It's Kalamkari painting. We call it as Kalamkari painting. Okay, and along with it there's another style of drawing which is called as Bonalu. Okay, Bonalu. These two are specific to Andhra Pradesh. और भी बहुत specific names है इसमें, but these two are most famous. Same goes to Gujarat. In Gujarat, Ajrak is a type of art form specific to Gujarat. Ajrak and Bandhani. Bandhani dresses में आपने बहुत observe किया होगा Bandhani pattern, where we have even done it as an art and craft exercise in our schools, where we used to tie the peas or the peas or something like that, okay, in a cloth, and then we used to dip it in the dye, and then we used to leave it for some time. So that's bandhani work, that's specific to Gujarat. And the last one is Rajasthan. Rajasthan has special Bikaner style of painting. That Bikaner style of painting is different from others. So these are the various art forms from the different states which we found in the options, which would definitely help you for additional information. And yes, one very important thing which you need to know is the 7 different forms of art. Okay, so when I talk about the 7 different forms of art, I actually mean painting, sculpture, literature, architecture, cinema, music, and theatre. These all are the 7 different art forms which we can have specific questions from. Okay. So, question number 5 is here on your screen, the last one. Archaeological ruins of Lianzhou city, a World Heritage Site, is located in which country? It's very famous, and we should know this, that it is located in China, and this Lianzhou culture was the last Neolithic Jade culture in the Yangtze River of the delta of China. Okay, the last Neolithic culture. So you should know this, that this is the last Neolithic culture which we have so far found out. Okay, and this culture was highly stratified, as jade, silk, ivory, and lacquer artifacts were found exclusively in the elite burials, while pottery was more commonly found in the burial plots of the poorer individuals. Right. So जैसे हमारे यहाँ हरप्पा एंड मोहनजोदारो है, वैसे ही चाइना में इट्स द लियांजो सिटी, एंड इट्स जस्ट नॉट स्पेसिफिक टू चाइना बट इट्स स्पेसिफिक टू द एंटायर वर्ल्ड, क्योंकि मैंने अभी कहा नियोलिथिक चाइना और नियोलिथिक कल्चर को वो डेपिक्ट करता है फ्रॉम द एज टाइम ऑफ 3300 BC to 2300 BC. बहुत मायने रखता है ये फॉर विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू द हिस्ट्री ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. ओके, एंड द आर्कियोलॉजिकल ruins of this Lianzhou city was the center of power and belief of an early regional state in the Tahoe Lake area. Okay, so that's very very important in with respect to the world history. And that is all about it. Yeah, question number 5 is actually a section from the architectural, or you can say the historical facts, okay, archaeological ruins, a topic from that. So these were all the sections which I brought forward for you, and I hope that you all enjoyed this and found it useful and informative. If yes, then please like this video, share it with more and more people, and if you are new to this channel, then please subscribe to this channel and make this family more stronger and bigger. I'll come up with more such videos. Till then, take care and all the best for your exams.